All right, what's up guys? This is Ryan and this is an 18-week update on my ruptured patellar tendon. I had surgery to repair it about 18 weeks ago, and starting about the 3-week mark, I've been trying to put out a video about once a week just to give an update, give a resource that someone could follow along with if they're going through this. I did not put out a video last week because I was on vacation, and so it actually has been a couple weeks. Update-wise, you know, the theme is going to be slow and steady. I'm making good progress on my range of motion. I have almost full range of motion, which I've discussed before, but I'm getting right to where it's just there in almost every aspect. The one that's lagging behind is pulling my leg up behind me. I've mentioned this several times before, but I'm making excellent progress in that. I'll put up a video, I'll put up some B-roll of me from probably 3 weeks ago versus now, and you can see there is an improvement. Some of the other issues I've talked about in the past would be extension of my leg. So when I go to extend it, I don't have complete extension like I do in my uninjured leg, but it's very close. And some of the discomfort that I had with that is starting to go away. So really excited about that. One of the things that I was struggling with for really the last several weeks, I guess, would be doing a squat. So I could do a box squat because when you sit down on a box, you basically release all the tension in from the muscles, and you sit down on the box and then you stand back up and contract. But in a squat without a box, if you squat down and you know you're flexing to support your weight at that point, and I was struggling with that, and so I came up with the idea of using some bands. I would hold bands above me, and I would squat down, and so what would happen is some of the tension would be taken off at the bottom of the squat, and then the tension would add obviously as I was standing back up out of the squat, and that does seem to have helped me a little bit. I'm now able to do kind of a regular squat, just body weight squats. I've been working on those a little bit. So when I went to see my doctor at the 12-week mark, he gave me the okay to do strength exercises except explosive movements. So that's a little bit vague, but basically no running, no jumping. I'm going to assume that things like power cleans and the snatch would be in there as well. And so he did say I could start doing those at 18 weeks. And so I have started experimenting with doing some really light power cleans, something I love doing. And so I'd really like to get back to where I could do that at some strength. Doing a jump where I'm sitting on a box and then almost like a box squat, but then instead of just the squat, it's actually a light jump. I'm not jumping as hard as I can. Instead of walking up the hill out in front of my house, I'm jogging up the hill in front of my house. And so I'm only really experimenting with some of those things. The doctor was a little bit vague when he gave me instruction, and so I'm actually going back to physical therapy next week, and I'm probably going to discuss some of those things with my physical therapist and see what he recommends with this injury at that stage. But the things I've been doing don't feel bad, and so I think I'm going to be able to start progressing on some of those exercises. And so I'm really happy about that, and I'm really hoping that going forward I can really get into where I have a real structured workout. More progressive overload where I can come in and do some of the things I'm doing now are just my warm-ups, and then I can get into doing some cleans, doing some squats, and maybe even doing some plyos and getting back to normal. So that's my update for this week. If you guys enjoyed the video, give a like, even subscribe and follow along, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.